sometimes I get these feelings of like, what the hell am I working towards now? Because, when you're in school, you have such a clear goal, like finish the school year, do well in the test, do well in your papers, projects, whatever. And once you're out of that, the transition is very bizarre. So now that I'm not doing that at the moment, it could always go back, but it's been certainly a transition. And I think, for lack of a better term, sometimes the feeling of maybe numbness can creep in a bit, but I'm using that very lightly. I'm not really being too serious about that, but just this strange feeling of hollowness of what next, right? So after having this feeling, I distracted myself with trying to, work as much as possible or be around people as much as possible. And so I just figured, okay, let me just take a solo trip. So I did. I'm currently in Spain right now, in Sevilla. I started in Portugal and I didn't really know what to talk about or how to explain this idea. So I just didn't film anything. So yeah, I have nothing from that. But I think that's also okay, because I hate nothing more than trying to force some sort of an idea or something out. So yeah, here we are.
I see nothing out the window. Nothing out the window.
So I decided to come and just try and figure out maybe a bit more what it is I'm feeling and flush out these thoughts of, objectives and trying to figure out what might be the next thing. And I honestly can't tell you how it's going. Good, bad, depends on the day. One other thing I'm realizing too is, as much as I don't like it, you have to collide with the world and kind of grind against it and clash in order to kind of refine what your thoughts are and what you think you like and what you think you're interested in. Sometimes I ask myself, what do I like? Who am I? And sometimes I don't have a good answer for that. And that scares me. So I'm like, okay, I need to maybe take a step back and look at that. But also, don't dwell too much on it. It's important not to be always ruminating about that stuff, because the only way I think you really find out about yourself is just through doing things. And, a good friend of mine who's much wiser said, even if you don't really know what you maybe want to do, it's important to just keep making decisions, because if you don't, then you're kind of stagnant. Also, another part of this is learning to be by yourself, being alone. The quicker you can get comfortable with yourself, the better. But also, that's a forever process. I don't think you can ever really reach a place where you're, 100% I'm okay with who I am. I think you can get pretty close, but I think it's tough to get to that maximum extent. Also, the last thing I'll say while I'm in this freezing car is embrace the nerves, embrace the fears. It can be terrifying to travel alone, or travel in general, even if you're not alone. Just like it can be for a lot of other things. I don't know, it feels good to try to soak it in as much as you can, because when you get to the other side, it'll feel that much better. So direction, feeling hollow, and, trying to figure out what the hell it is you want to do are, I think, super common. And if you have any advice, tips, if you know how to navigate this yourself, please let me know, because I'm trying to also just brainstorm here and we can all just share our ideas. So that's it for this one, and thanks for watching.